Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you BX and what? Yo peeps, I just had quite the experience. I stopped in a gas station where they also serve like food. I picked up some food and I'm trooping here. I got the rear view backup camera, but also guess what? I have a special guest with us. It's Lola. That's my daughter Louisa, and we're rocking out. And I get to watch her as I drive. Well, I had quite the experience just now. Wow. I didn't get to spend too much time in there, but probably like 3 or 4 minutes. The clerk was just a regular white dude. I don't know anything about his background, but to me, he was just a regular white dude, and he started talking to my daughter in Spanish, and what I get out of the whole experience was that he is a maybe Latin, maybe South America, maybe Spanish from Spain. He is a enthusiast. Like he digs the culture, and he loves the language, and he loves the music. And funny thing is that I don't know if he knew that I was from New York, but he commented on the hat. He went there. I wish he didn't go there, but he did. He says, "Oh, you got to change that NY to a B." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah. Usually I just tell people, which, by the way, I didn't explain. I'm not into sports. I've been to a few Yankees games, but I don't know. Sports aren't my thing. Like, I'm not very entertained. I just love hanging out with my peeps. And, you know, so if I'm at a game and I'm hanging out, that's fine. Like, I'm going to have a great time. But if it was me just watching the game, I fall asleep. Sorry, guys. But, anyway, it's crazy that, like, he didn't even know that I was from New York or whatever. He said, he's like, "Oh, you gotta go to Madison Square Garden sometime during the holiday season, I think." And he says there's usually like a crazy big concert with all these you know, Spanish artists. A lot. He said Puerto Rican. That was nuts. He said Puerto Rican artists like Mark Anthony and this and that. And I'm like, whoa, this guy knows a thing or two. That's awesome. Like, you know, I personally myself, I'm not very big on salsa, merengue, bachata. I'm not really big on that stuff. But it's interesting to, you know, to have an outsider, an American, who's down with the culture. He's down to ride with the culture. That's awesome. You know, that's something we need more in this world. Lola's falling asleep there. Oh, my little Loisa. Sleepy. Well, yeah, that's awesome. I try to get into other people's cultures and music as much as I can. I recently learned about grime. London grime, and like garage, or as they say, garage. And it's not really my thing, but it's pretty cool that they're like, all right, you know, US, you guys got the rap hip hop thing down, but we're gonna take it and flip it, and we got grime. And they also took a little bit of influence from Jamaican dancehall reggae and electronic music, and they made drum and bass. That I could get down to. That's pretty awesome. And then I recently got into baile funk. I think I mentioned this before in the channel, but you know, just to recap, baile funk from out in Brazil is a crazy, awesome sound. Like, there's nothing like it. Baile funk is awesome. And crazy thing about it is that all their like rappers, they're called MC this, MC that. Some of the guys that I follow, I wish I could understand what they're saying, but MC Pikachu, MC Brinquedo, MC Bin Laden. I was so scared to search for the first time MC Bin Laden because I didn't want to get flagged on the internet, you know, for searching this dude, and he's just a musical artist. But you know, you never know, man. I gotta get one of those VPNs or something. So I don't know. I get scared with the whole internet security, and you know, people just always trying to be in your business or whatever. But yeah, MC Bin Laden, Pikachu, MC Pikachu, MC Brinquedo. There's a bunch of other guys that I know that they're pretty awesome too. I just haven't gotten around to them. But yeah, but this guy, man, woo, American dude writing for the Latinos. That's awesome. You know, that's greatness right there. Like, he's that's empathy right there. He's like, yo, I love you guys' culture. I love the music. I try to understand everything that I can. He name dropped this one dude that my mom's a pretty big fan of, Jerry Rivera, and I was just like, what? Like, everybody knows Mark Anthony and so, but like, Jerry Rivera, really? You know about this guy? And I'm like, wow, I was just so blown away. That's awesome. I wish more Americans were just like him. I came across this YouTube channel the other day. Maybe I'll talk more about it in another video. But this guy is awesome. I wish I could remember his screen name. But he's a black American dude. This guy speaks over 20 different languages, and I stumbled upon one of his videos. He's like in a supermarket. He talks to this one family, and I guess he had a hunch that these people were Japanese, so he starts speaking Japanese to them, and they were like surprised. They were like, oh wow. And he starts asking them where they're from, and the man of the family, he said, well, actually, we're Chinese, but I moved, I relocated my family or whatever to Japan, as you know, when I was a student, and I relocated for work, so now we live in Japan. And so the guy was like, oh, you're from China? Oh, and he starts talking to them in Chinese. Then he starts switching up the dialect based on like where they were regionally from in China, and then he starts whipping out fun facts. He tells them that he's a language teacher, and he starts whipping out fun facts like, oh, you know, actually Korean is very similar to Japanese. And he starts speaking a little Korean to them, and the guy's like, no, I don't speak Korean. Like, I'm just Chinese, and I live in Japan. I was like, what? Oh, man. That's also another great thing that I came across recently that I think there should be more of, you know? Like, we need to stop being closed-minded and start learning about more about other people's backgrounds and cultural practices and stuff. Like, it'll only make us all great. Well, anyway, folks, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you all have a great day. Rock on. Peace out, guys.